Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're going to make today. I'm actually going to show you how to make the Pokemon ball, and we're going to make it in two sizes, and then we're going to make this explosion box here. Okay, so let me show you the two sizes. This is the larger size. It's a 3-inch circle, and so I've got the little template here. We're going to be using the framelits to make this one, and then I made a smaller one, which I don't have a project yet to show you. I will later this week. This is using the 2.5-inch circle punch. This has retired, so it's not a product that you can purchase now. You can purchase the circle framelits, okay? So I'm going to show you how to make both of them, and then I'll show you how to make the explosion box. Okay, so we're going to start with the smaller one, so let me get that one out. And here is the smaller one, and here's the larger one, okay? So we're going to take the white with the 2.5-inch retired circle punch, cut out that circle. Then we're going to cut out a red, the exact same size. Then we're going to take our trimmer and we're going to cut, this is 3.5 by 3.5, and I'm going to cut a strip that measures 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so there's that. Then we're going to take our 1-inch circle punch and cut out a black circle, a 3/4 inch circle punch with the white, come back here, and then the 1/2-inch circle punch also with white. Okay, so I've got all my pieces here. What we want to do now, I don't want to lose them, is we want to cut the red in half. So it measures 2.5, so half of that would be 1.25. You're just going to cut straight across, so you can get 2 of these out of 1. Now we're going to build our Pokeball. Now you guys are either excited I'm doing this or you're rolling your eyes. Whether you're playing the game or not, it is the latest rage, and I am playing it because my kids were actually small. They were young children when Pokemon came out, so everywhere we traveled in the United States, we were collecting our Pokemon cards. So this is right up their alley, although they're both grown now, 22 and 23, but it's a very fond memory. We even remember waiting in line for the very first Pokemon movie. Okay, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut that extra black off. Okay, now our black circle is going to go right here in the middle. And then this is going to go on top of the black, and I should be using my liquid glue. And this one right here, we're actually going to pop up using a dimensional. I'm going to show you a gift that you can give someone that's playing Pokemon Go. It's going to be the perfect gift for them. Okay, so here's our smaller version. Now, see, they're identical. Now let's make the larger one. So I'm going to get that card out. If you guys have been around a long time, you know I have a whole notebook full of these punch art things. I don't know if you remember, most of the punches to make these animals have since been retired, so I definitely need to redo it, but I'm happy to be adding some new things in there. Okay, the kit to make this one, I've gone ahead and got the supplies ready to also make the box, so we'll set that aside for just a second. Okay, so I've got the Big Shot here and my magnetic platform, one cutting pad. We're going to be cutting out one white and one red with the largest circle framelit, which is a hair smaller than 3 inches. Now we're going to do the same thing with the red. We're done with the Big Shot. Okay, so here's my red, here's my white. We've got to do the same thing. We're going to cut this in half. So this one measures almost 3 inches, so we're going to place it at the 1.5 inch mark. Cut. We only need half of it. So the assembly is almost the same. There's a little small difference. If you look at the Pokemon ball, sometimes it has an additional black circle in there. Again, I'm cutting the 3/8 inch strip for the middle of the Pokeball. Sometimes it has an additional black circle in there, so we're going to add that, but you certainly don't have to. I think I cut that crooked. It will be fine. Using liquid glue is also a little bit better. Same thing, trim the edges. Okay, so now we're going to use the 1 1/4 circle punch for the black. We're going to use the 1 inch for the white. Then we're going to use the 1 3/4 with the white and the black. And this is where I'm just creating that little shadow, okay? So we're going to attach the black circle first, right in the middle. We actually have a ton of these plastic Pokemon balls in our storage. I might try to convince one of my kids to go in storage and dig them out. Okay, same thing, just using regular adhesive. I would use the liquid glue or glue sticks. And now this final one, I'm actually going to pop up. If you look at the Pokeball, it looks like the middle piece has some dimension to it. It is the same size as the black one, but like I said, that black is just kind of, you can barely see it if you look at it closely online. Okay. Oh, I love it. So again, I'm going to recap really quick before we make the box. This is the larger one using the framelits, and this is the smaller one using the 2.5 inch circle punch. I may even make a smaller one. We'll see. If I can make a project that requires a smaller one, I might do that. Okay, I'm going to show you this really quick. If you have family, grandchildren, children that are playing Pokemon Go, an external charger, a very small and light external charger, is very beneficial. So I have a box this coming week that I'm going to show you that will hold this external charger. I think this is like $12.95 on Amazon. They're not very expensive, but I only have 2 bars left. And it's full, it's 4. But my daughter and I, when we go around catching Pokemon, we take our external chargers. Okay, so let's see. You need 2 pieces of basic black cardstock. Now, I will tell you, I did make this box first in Pacific Point blue, because way back when Pokemon came out, let me see, let me show you. See, look, we have all the cards because we're originals. This is the color, the blue. But when I made the box in blue, I just didn't really like how it looked. So anyway, I'm making it in black, but you guys can make it in whatever color you prefer. Okay, this is 7.5 by 7.5. This is the base of the box. And we're going to score it at 2.5 inches on all 4 sides. This box is really, really easy to make. You just need 2 pieces of cardstock. The top of the box measures 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and you're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch and 1.5, and you're going to do that on all 4 sides. So 3/4, 1.5, 3/4, 1.5, 3/4, 1.5. Okay, now we need that stylus back and a ruler. What we're going to do is take our small tip of the stylus and we're going to score from this point here, that's the corner, to this corner. And we're going to do this on all 4 corners. Try to be as straight as you can so that you have a nice fold when we go to fold it. My husband and I actually had dinner last night at a Pokestop. So every 15 minutes I powered up my phone and got my Pokeballs. Which he was rolling his eyes, but when the waitress came, she was like, "Oh, you're playing that too?" I'm like, "Well, just a little bit. I'm only on level 9. Okay, now we're going to get the trimmer. If you look, our score line's here and our score line is here, okay? And I hope you can see those. So these 2 score lines. What we want to do is cut from here to here. Now you could take your scissors and just whack it, but I like to place the edge there right inside this track and then the same thing down here. So I can see that they're both lined up right on that line in the track. So I'm going to cut. That's what we're removing. And we're going to do that on all 4 sides. So again, score line, remove. And this one, let's see. There we go. On the bottom of the box, you don't have to use adhesive because when you take the lid off, it just unfolds. You can add adhesive if you want to, okay? So now let's fold this. We do want to use our bone folder. And I probably should have made a simpler project for this Pokeball, but I just love how it explodes. It reminds me of how some of my Pokemon have been escaping. So I catch them and then they jump back out of the ball. So this explosion box, it makes me think of that when they jump back out. Okay, so now for the top of the box. You've got 4 squares and each of the corners. We want to remove 3 of those squares and leave that one center one, that one right there, okay? So I'm removing these 2 and then this one. And that's what we're going to be left with in all 4 corners. So again, I'm removing these 2 squares and this one. Okay, almost done with this part. Now, let's take our ruler and our stylus again. And what we're going to do is the same thing. In this corner, we're just going to score from this point here to this point, okay? All 4 corners. Now, let's use our bone folder to fold these. This is one of those boxes that if you use the bone folder, your edges look a whole lot better. This makes them crisper. So now we need to fold in those score lines that we made with our ruler and our stylus. Okay, so I have a kit ready to go to give to one person. Here it is, it's ready. head over to my website, leave a comment. I'm going to give the kit to make this box and the Pokeball to one person. And if you don't know what to say, you could tell me if you're playing Pokemon Go, or you could tell me if a family member's playing. No flames though, please. Those that have been a little negative about it, that's fine. I understand. There's things that people do that I don't get and don't understand, but I certainly don't flame them. So again, my kids are doing it, so I'm just participating to get to hang out with them. Okay, so I put a glue dot in each of the corners, and then now I'm just going to fold this over. Okay, then we're going to do the opposite, and you don't even have to use any extra adhesive. It's really easy. See? You can put adhesive on these if you want, but you don't have to. Now, here's our box. Just squeeze it in. If you want to put adhesive to hold these together, you just do the same thing I did with the glue dots. You just put adhesive right there and fold it over. Same thing down here, okay? And then you'd bring it up like that. There's our box. And then I think that this Pokeball is a little small for this box. I don't know. Actually, it fits perfect. So maybe, I don't know. That's another thing you can tell me. What do you prefer? Do you prefer the larger ball on the box or the smaller one? Maybe I'll put the smaller one on this one. Go figure. Okay. The red goes on the top, just in case you're wondering. Okay, so here they are. I didn't really explain the card. It's very simple, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, which is 8 1/2 by 4 1/4, scored and folded in half. And then this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, just a black. And that is the larger Pokeball that's on top there, okay? I didn't put anything on the inside because I figure I wanted to write my own personal note. I could make it a birthday greeting or get well soon or whatever. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.